have a feeling that there's going to be a handful of people that clicked on this video for no other reason than to go into the comments and say, you need an editor. And then there's going to be another group of people that clicked on the video to go and say, see, I knew you didn't need an editor. Both of you guys are gonna be so disappointed. Hello everyone, I'm Kathryn DeSinaasappelen, and today I'm going to be sharing with you why you may not need an editor. It's gonna be fun, guys. I can feel it. Before I get into why you may not need an editor, I want to get into the be wary of editors, especially freelance editors on the internet. Let's be transparent, guys. Woo. Most of what I've done in life has sort of fallen in my lap. Back when I was younger, I taught French. Then, because I knew 2 languages, I thought I'm going to do translation because that's going to be fun. It wasn't. I did not last as a translator. It sucked. Then I went into teaching English, and then I did editing. And editing is still something that I do because I enjoy it. I feel editing is the greatest skill that you should work on as a writer because it helps you be a better writer. You can so much easier tear somebody else's work apart. What you need to do after is apply all their stupid mistakes to your work, and then you'll realize, oh crap, I'm an idiot too. And that's why editing is great, but it's a skill like writing. You need to practice, you need to work on it. Anybody really can do it, but there are a plethora of people who shouldn't do it because 1, they don't have the experience, or 2, they really don't have the educational background to do it. And unfortunately, if you're an indie author and you're looking for an editor, you need to do your homework and really look into the people that you're hiring because, guys, I'm in so many Facebook groups and there are always professional editors, and I'm sure that they're honest people at heart, but personally, I consider their skill level so far below mine, I would never consider hiring them, and that probably just makes me arrogant, but it does annoy me sometimes when people, and they do exist, where they studied English or enjoyed English in high school, or they like to read, and they just think, I can be an editor. There's nothing wrong with that up until you start charging loads of money from people, and then it becomes a problem. This topic makes me angry and I don't want to rant about it too long, but I'm just saying that, guys, if you're gonna hire an editor, make sure that they are somebody who is going to help improve your writing, because there are so many people out in the world that just shouldn't be editing. They really shouldn't. I know this is going to be rambly now, but okay, moving on. Why you may not need an editor. This is difficult for me to get out because I want to be as gentle as possible, but I've been in this situation now a couple times where people have reached out for me to edit their work, and the reality is that their work is just crap and it's really not worth editing. And I know that's hurtful, but honestly, I don't have the time to teach somebody to write. That's something that you have to do and learn yourself. And I think that there are a lot of people out there who are new writers who think, I just need to write the story and then I'll send it to an editor and they'll fix it and then I can publish it and make loads of money. And unfortunately, that's not how it works. I can't speak for other people, but typically the job of an editor is to take a diamond and polish it up, not to take coal and make it into a diamond. And so the times that you may not need an editor is in those periods where, like, if you really are just a new writer and you haven't gone through the processes of getting your story to that diamond point. Because once you write a story, you should be self-editing once, twice, 3 times until you have a product where when you read it through, you cannot find mistakes anymore. This is the best that you can write. Then you send it to your critique partners and then you do it back and forth. And then you send it out to beta readers. And then once you get to that process where it's like, my friends can't find anything, my beta readers can't find anything, let's send it to the professional and see what they have to say. And I feel like within the writing community, so many people are skipping these steps and just sending it to some poor unsuspecting editor and saying, do some magic and make it pretty. And it's like, they can't write the story for you and they can't do the work for you. You have to work on your writing skills. And the only way you do that is by writing, and then reading with the purpose of analyzing the text and figuring out, what do I like from it? What don't I like? What can I replicate in my own writing? What turned me off? And take note of the things that you didn't like from the story so that you don't do that in your own. Another way, if you don't want to read books, would just be to beta read, because I feel like that's the best way to hone your editing skills, because I can tell you, whenever I look at my work and I think this is perfect, I go and edit somebody else's work and I take notes of all the crap that they did that is like, this sucked. And then I go apply it to my work and it's like, oh, I do that too. Oh, I did this too, and this too. And at the end, we both have prettier pieces of work. But that's the only time that you don't need an editor. Otherwise, you need an editor. You really do. But get a good editor, because good editors are worth their weight in gold. But be wary, because some professionals will say they're professionals because they have an expensive piece of paper in a made-up field of study that won't be recognized by literally any other country outside of the US. Yes, I am throwing shade at people from my own country. Just, maybe that'll be a future video. What would you guys think of me doing a rant on editors who should not be editors? Tell me in the comments below. That's what I have for you guys this week. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to help support the channel, then please share this video because that does help. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Tootsies, Appleziens. I have a great story with this shirt because I got so many comments about how awesome this shirt was, and I was feeling really great until that point when I was getting so many that I became confused because why am I all of a sudden getting comments on my shirt? And then I realized it's because it's the playoffs and I didn't know that. Go sports.